Hello my magical friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going through every Wizarding World item that I've bought in Universal Orlando and Islands of Adventure. I asked you guys on Instagram a couple different videos and this is what won, so let's go ahead and get into the magic. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be talking through all of the items that I've bought at the Wizarding World in Orlando. There's quite a few, so let's go ahead and get into this video. First things first, I've got the interactive wand. I chose Harry's. Now, this one, I think is a really cool item if you are wanting to get a very interactive experience because you can continuously take this back and it will continue to work unless it breaks. I've heard that they will either fix it or give you a new one. I don't know if that's true. I've never had a problem with this, so I don't know. I've not had experience with that, I should say. But it definitely is a cool experience. It does work in Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, so that is cool because you can use it in both places. And it just allows you to feel like you're in the Wizarding World a little bit more and doing all the different spells. There's quite a few different ones. They give you a map of all the ones and what spell to use while you're at that location. Next up, the other item that I've gotten is the Quibbler. Now this I could not find at Universal. I looked all over the place. I asked quite a few people that worked there if they knew where this was sold, and everyone told me that they haven't seen them in a while and they don't sell them anymore. So I bought mine from Universal Online and it came within a few days. It was super fast shipping, but it came with a crease in the top of it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's not too bad, but it definitely does have a crease in it. So I was a little sad when that arrived like that, but that's okay. I was just happy to get my hands on one. If you have seen these in the Wizarding World and if you know where they're at, what store, let me know in the comments because I'd love to go in that store because apparently I have not seen it and I don't know about it. I've been in all the stores, I at least think I have. Maybe just not this one. But yeah, the Quibbler, it's cool. I would love to frame this one day. I just haven't had a frame that I've seen that's popped out at me to put this in, and it even comes with a pair of Spectre specs. I do believe this will come off, but I just wanted to leave it intact because I'm using it as decoration purposes. Up next, we have the Sorting Hat. Now, this guy, I got this in City Walk. I do believe that they also sell this in the parks, but it talks and it moves. Its mouth, it has a mouth and it moves. It's just a cool piece. I love the first movie, so anything that I can get my hands on that will represent the first movie, I like to do so because the first movie is just kind of where it all begins and it's just so cool. So I actually use this as a tree topper in the wintertime and it looks so cool on top of a Harry Potter tree. When it's not Christmas, I store it over on that wall on top of a shelf and it looks just as cool, but it does make for a very nice tree topper for a Harry Potter Christmas tree. So it serves as two purposes. Up next, I have Pygmy Puffs. I have the large one, which is right here, and then I also have a small one, and then if you squeeze the small one, it makes quite a lot of noise for quite a long time. Just a few minutes. It goes off. I think it's just 3 times. But yeah, I bought these, this one in the Weasley shop, and then this one I bought in City Walk. So, actually, no, not in City Walk. I bought both of these in Diagon Alley. So yes, and what's weird is this pink one is not from Universal. This one is off of Amazon, and it's sold by the Noble Collection, and it looks completely different. So I don't know. I brought this off of my shelf to show you. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's Noble Collection. It's officially licensed Harry Potter stuff. They just look completely different. So if you know why, let me know, because I've always wondered this because this one's Universal and this one's Noble Collection. They look completely different. The only thing about the large one is it takes up quite a bit of room, but how could I not get this because it's just such a cool piece. Up next, I have Dobby. He is in this little, he kind of moves. let me just fix him before I show you guys if I can. He is just in this little stand, and they actually sell quite a few of these. He's still not in his spot. They actually sell quite a few of these, actually different creatures, and you can get like Buckbeak. You can get quite a few different characters in these, and I think they're just a cool way to collect things. You can take them off. Oh, poor doggy. You can take them off, and I've seen people where they just have it like this. I should totally put something in the bottom to make it kind of stay a little bit more. But yeah, so just a cool piece, and they have many different ones of these. So if you're looking for a way to collect multiple different things in a nice little way, this would be a great option because you could just sit it on your shelves and it would look so good. Next up, everything else that I have is from the Weasleys, I mean. So there's a lot of Weasley items. So, oh, I forgot one thing. This is actually from Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. His roller coaster that he has there is so fun. If you go to the Wizarding World, I would highly recommend riding that. This is Scroot. He's from the ride. He lights up at the end, and then on the ride, he just kind of moves, and Hagrid talks to him. But yeah, super cool. I thought it was just a fun way to kind of symbolize the ride on my shelves, and it does have wheels, so it will scoot across your floor. Up next, everything else is from the Weasleys, so let's go ahead and start with the Love Potion. Now this, I bought this on my last trip, and it was out of stock all of the other times I went, but the lady told me that if you put this in to water, it will make a fizzy rose drink, but I just wanted it for my shelves. I'd love to get this tassel to go a different way. But yeah, the little Love Potion, just a cool little thing to add to your Weasley shelf. Up next, I have Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans. Now this is the metal container, and yes, it does come with beans. I've not opened them or used them yet, but they've been in there for quite a while, so I highly doubt that I will. But yeah, I just like to set this on my shelf. It's just another cool display thing on your shelf, and I love the tassel. Up next, I have, this is one of my favorite pieces, the extendable ear. This truly does work. I've not used it, but supposedly you just put the batteries in it, and you put the earpiece in your ear and talk, and you'll be able to hear it. So that's cool. It would be cool for little kids, I guess. But I just leave everything from the Weasleys in the packaging because it's just so cool, and it looks pretty like Weasley-ish, I guess you could say. So yeah, definitely cool, but I just leave everything in its box. Another thing that I recently picked up on my last trip was the robot, and this actually works as well. You have a little twisty thing, but there's the robot. It's definitely very, very cool, but I just leave it in the box. I set it on my shelf, and they actually hadn't had these anytime I went before, so the fact that they had these really made me excited this past time because I was happy to get my hands on. Up next, I have the Niffler. Now this is pre-movie, I guess. There's a lot of different things about this. I think it's cool. I've left the packaging on mine. He was $15 at the time. I don't know if he is still $14.95, but supposedly this is the Niffler from before they did the Fantastic Beast. I think he's super cute, and setting him on my shelf with the Weasleys, it makes the shelf look just a little bit more Weasley-ish. So yeah, the little Niffler. Up next, I have the Mega Mouth. Now this came in a net bag, so I was like, taking it out of that, I don't really think it's going to make a difference. So I took it out of that netting, and you can put your hand in there, but it's just rock hard. So it's just kind of like that, I suppose. And then last but definitely not least, I have the Decoy Denuminator. This is a neat item. I set mine like this on my shelf, and I'm realizing that there's actually a pull tag. Don't mind my dog, she's very busy. You can actually use it and it walks back. But now I just pulled that pull tab. I feel like it should be making a noise, but it's not. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, so this item was, I just set like that on my shelf and I think it looks cool. This is actually the only item that I take out of its packaging on my Weasley shelf. So yeah, just another little Weasley item. But yeah, so I hope you really enjoyed today's video, sharing all the items that I've gotten from the Wizarding World in Orlando. Hopefully I can find a few more things next time I go to add to my shelves, but if not, then I suppose that I'll find it other places, but I would assume that I can find more. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I will try and link all these items that I have down below in the description box. And if not, then I would assume that you would be able to find them maybe on Amazon. Like this, they sell on Noble Collections website. But yeah, I'll see what I can find on Universal's website, and if not, then I'm not sure where else you could find them. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.